Guys, it's finally here. It's WrestleMania week, everybody. It's WrestleMania week. WrestleMania week kicks off with a WrestleMania RAW! WrestleMania RAW, people. WWE renamed the show to WrestleMania RAW to give us previews of what is to come during the quote-unquote most spectacular two-night WrestleMania in history. But of course, the execution of these types of shows, the execution of the Raw before WrestleMania could be up and down depending on who you're honestly talking to. But we're going to be talking about it all tonight on the podcast. We're going to be talking about everything that happened on WrestleMania Raw tonight. You know where we are going to be on the other side of this intro. This is the only going... Sorry. You know where we're going to be on the other side of this intro. This is the only place that you need to be on your Monday night. You guys need to join us for your full review of WrestleMania Raw. Let's get at it, guys. This is the only place you need to be on your Monday night. This is Outside the Brand. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. This is your WrestleMania Raw post show for March 28th, 2022. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Monday nights, wherever you may be. Okay, guys. I'm legitimately asking this question here because I want your honest answers. I want your honest answers on this, okay? Would you guys know that this is WrestleMania week if they did not change the names of the shows to WrestleMania Raw and to WrestleMania SmackDown that's going to be coming up on Friday? Seriously, I'm asking this question because I'm telling you this right now. This has been a terrible build towards WrestleMania. It's honestly been one of the worst WrestleMania builds that I have seen in quite some time. And, you know, here's the thing. I shit on Monday Night Raw on this podcast, and rightfully so, the majority of the time. I do. I'll admit that. I shit on this show most of the time. I really would. And I do. And it's honestly kind of warranted. But I'm telling you this right now, guys. Besides the segments that we've had on this show tonight, 90% of the matches that we got on this show tonight were completely irrelevant and it did not even mean a thing heading into WrestleMania. None of these matches even really mattered. RKBro and the Usos were the main event tonight, and of course it was going to be a great main event knowing that it's the Usos and RKBro. The work rate of the teams are phenomenal, and we all know that tonight. But at the end of the day, none of these matches even mattered. They didn't. Ricochet lost in his match against Austin Theory in 3 minutes tonight when he's defending the Intercontinental title against Los Lotharios in a triple threat match this coming Friday on WrestleMania SmackDown. What's the purpose of that? What is the purpose of that? Ricochet got booted off of WrestleMania because of guys like Johnny Knoxville taking up their spots. Finn Balor, the United States champion, is being relegated to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal that is happening on WrestleMania SmackDown. Does anybody else not see a problem with this? It's honestly just downright wrong that stuff is happening on WrestleMania Raw instead of WrestleMania. And that's just going to be me being completely honest with you guys. Completely honest with you. Downright wrong that the Intercontinental and the United States champion are being left off of WrestleMania because of guys like Johnny Knoxville, Logan Paul, And who the heck is the other one? Who's the other? God dang it. Who's the other celebrity? Johnny Knoxville, Logan Paul. Who the heck is the other one? Oh, wait. No. There's got to be another one. Oh, and Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee, though, I'm okay with because he can actually wrestle. But it's just pathetic to me knowing that those guys are being booted off of WrestleMania because of those guys. Now, I thought I was going to at least have some people here to ask this question. I thought I was going to have some people with me here, but it's WrestleMania week. Everybody needs their sleep. But I was going to ask everybody else here, if people were here tonight, what did they think of the show tonight? And I honestly thought it was an okay show. It was an okay show. It's just 90% of the matches just did not even need to happen. But we're going to be going over everything that happened on WrestleMania RAW tonight. And we're getting into WrestleMania week, guys. WrestleMania week is upon us, and we're going to continue to pump out content over the course of the week. And yeah, man, you're going to get a lot of content here on Outside the Brand over the course of the WrestleMania week that is ahead for WrestleMania 38. Now, I want you guys to follow us on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at PhillyMatt_. You guys can go hit that subscribe button down below if you guys have not already, as we are on the road to 400 subscribers. We are 16 subscribers away to 400. We can get 16 subscribers by WrestleMania Sunday, or at least by the end of WrestleMania Sunday. We can get that. We can truly get that. And if you guys just continue to pump out the content, if you guys continue to send the content to your friends and family, if you guys tell them to click that subscribe button and join the OTB family, we can get 16 subscribers by WrestleMania Sunday. We can. We can. I know you guys can do this for us. I know you guys can pump out the content, and I know we're going to continue pumping out the content. It's up to you guys, and it's up to, honestly, YouTube to pump out the content to other people so we can grow this community to 400 by WrestleMania Sunday. So we are going to continue to pump out the content for you guys. Tell your friends and family about Outside the Brand if they love professional wrestling just like we do, and tell them to join the family today. Tell them to hit that subscribe button. Tell them to hit that like button down below as well, as we are trying to get this stream to 12 likes minimum on the podcast tonight for WrestleMania RAW. I want you guys to also go get your t-shirts. Bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. You guys can go get your t-shirts, hoodies, and face masks on Bonfire.com. Over the course of WrestleMania week, guys, we are going to be putting new designs up there on Bonfire.com. I have 2 new designs that I'm going to be putting up on Bonfire.com this week. So we will be doing that for you. And it honestly should be available to you guys by WrestleMania weekend. So go get your merchandise now. We love it. Go rep OTB wherever you go. Because that, my friends, right there, perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, guys. So you guys can go hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, go get the merch at bonfire.com. And yeah, man, if you guys missed anything over the course of the last week here on OTB, you guys can go check that out. It's all on the homepage of the channel. As guys, this could be the biggest week in OTB history if we all just band together and make it happen. We can get to 400 subscribers by WrestleMania. We can get we can have this be the biggest week in OTB history if we just continue to support OTB in any way that you can. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get this week to be the biggest week of OTB in its history. Let's make that a reality, people. Do not forget to support OTB in any way that you can. We love you guys. And that's all that matters here in OTB, right? We love that you are here, and we love that you guys continue to be here each and every single stream. Whether you guys are new, whether you guys have been an OTB supporter since day one, we love that you guys are being here for the long haul. We love that. And you know what? You guys come to us for our entertainment. You guys come to us for your entertainment, and you guys come to us to, just get the actual real truth to what we think about the weekly products week in and week out. When it comes to Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, and hell, even our Tuesdays talk, you guys love to be here, and we love that you guys love to be here. So thank you for being a true OTB supporter. We love you guys. Let's get right in to the WrestleMania Raw review. All right, guys. Let's get right into it, shall we? We are the ones, Saul. We are the ones. Love that you're here tonight, my man. How are you? Let's get right into WrestleMania Raw. Okay. The go-home edition of Monday Night Raw opens up with the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is making his way down to the ring. We have a four-man commentary team tonight of Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, and Jimmy Smith. Now, a four-man booth is way too much. It was way too much tonight. I did not like that, but we had a four-man booth. A replay was shown from Friday Night SmackDown as this past Friday night, where Brock Lesnar was wrecking Roman Reigns' locker room and the SUV that they pulled up in with a pickaxe before running through a dozen security guards. The Bloodline runaway scattered, and Roman Reigns said that Brock Lesnar will have no choice but to acknowledge him at WrestleMania. Live in the ring, Lesnar says that he's in the house. Brock says that he's sorry that he has to do this, but he's never gotten a chance to do this because of Paul Heyman speaking for him. Lesnar laughs as he was saying, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw." He says that felt good, but that also felt like it sucked, so he'll never do it again. What doesn't suck, though, is that he is handing out some country ass whoopings. The fans chant, "What?" And Brock Lesnar says, "All right, you can play along like that. I don't mind that." Lesnar says that Sunday they are going to take a trip down to the streets of Suplex City. He is going to introduce Reigns to the Beast of Broadway. Then they are going to a carnival where they're going to take a ride on the F5 and that nobody survives. The fans keep chanting, "What?" And Brock says, yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin will be there too. Quote, "He's an ass kicker too, like me, although he never beat me." End quote. Cool quote right there. Lesnar says that Sunday they're going to have a new title. The Universal title and the WWE title will get married, and they are going to have a baby, known as the Unified WWE Championship. And he's going to have full custody. He's in a great mood because in less than 1 week, he will stand over Roman with 2 titles and be announced as the reigning, defending, undisputed unified WWE champion. Lesnar leaves with a smile on his face, and later tonight, Reigns will have a chance to rebuttal as to what Lesnar had to say. So he'll be live later on in the show. After a commercial break, The Miz comes down to the ring for his match against Rey Mysterio. He says WrestleMania has lots of great outfits, and his favorite mask of all time is the one that he took off Rey Mysterio last week. Miz says that he's sure Rey is livid, just as the fans are, but he no longer has a mask. He gave it to the greatest luchador of all time, Lucha Logan Paul. It's fucking ridiculous. Logan Paul then comes to the ring wearing the Rey Mysterio mask. Miz says unmasking Rey was the most disrespectful thing that he could have ever done to Rey. It was the only thing he could have done, because when you don't get the respect that you deserve, you take it. Miz says that he thinks that he needs the mask of his own. So whatever mask Rey is wearing tonight, he's going to do the exact same thing that he did last week and take it off of Rey Mysterio. Rey and Dominic come to the ring together, and Dom attacks The Miz while Paul just stands on the sidelines. Rey chases him off, and he chases after Paul, but he then avoids him until the referee ejects Dominic from ringside. When the match hasn't even started yet, by the way, guys. The match hasn't even started yet, and he ejected Dominic from ringside, so that makes no sense whatsoever. The Miz has Paul in his corner for the match against Rey that is coming up next. As we had The Miz take on Rey Mysterio in the match after a commercial break, we're back live with Rey Mysterio headbutting The Miz off the top rope. Then he jumps onto him with a sitting senton. Miz then attempts to hit a sunset flip, but Rey then rolls him and hits a quick drop kick on him. Miz then grabs Rey for a power bomb and bounces him off the top rope, but Rey scores the pinfall as he was trying to hit a Hurricane Rana, and he gets the win. So Rey Mysterio does actually pick up the win here. After the match, Rey then stares down at Logan until Dominic runs out and shoves him into the ring. Rey then trips Logan to the middle rope, and he's about to hit a 619, but Paul rolls out of the ring. The Mysterios get Miz in the ring as they hit a stereo 619, and Rey lands a frog splash on the Miz as Paul is watching on. We come back from commercial break, and Seth Rollins' struggle to WrestleMania continues. Earlier on today, Seth Rollins was involved in a segment with Vince McMahon as he was invited to Vince's office at Titan Towers. Rollins says that Rollins was under the impression that he was actually going to get fired, but McMahon says that he thinks that WrestleMania needs him. So at the end of the day, he will have a match at WrestleMania. Rollins gets excited and asks who his opponent will be. And Vince says that he'll know the person as he makes his entrance during WrestleMania. Rollins doesn't care. He just dances and he laughs and he jumps on McMahon's desk as he's just dancing, having a good old time because he knows that he is heading to WrestleMania. This was a fantastic segment, mainly because of the fact that we know what all that entails. We know what that entails. Vince saying that he is going to pick his opponent and he'll know just by the entrance alone of who Rollins' WrestleMania opponent is going to be. That is going to be fantastic, knowing that Cody Rhodes is going to be the one to be entering WrestleMania for Seth Rollins, as he's going to be the opponent for Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes being at WrestleMania is honestly the perfect situation, because at the end of the day, like I kept saying to you guys, and I've been saying this to you guys for weeks, you had to have thought of it like Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was not going to debut on a random ass episode of Monday Night Raw. He just wasn't. Cody Rhodes, knowing the massive ego that he has, he was going to debut at WrestleMania, bar none, no matter what. WrestleMania Night 1 is going to be something spectacular, only because of the fact that Seth Rollins is going to have a match with Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes are going to steal the show at WrestleMania Night 1, and it's not even close. WrestleMania Night 1 is probably looking like it's shit. That's all I'm telling you guys right now. WrestleMania Night 1 for Saturday is complete dog water. And the only match that I'm honestly kind of looking forward to, okay, actually no, there's two matches that I'm looking forward to on WrestleMania Night 1, and that's it. But technically 3 segments, if you're asking me. I'm looking forward to seeing what Stone Cold does with Kevin Owens. I am. At the end of the day, even if it doesn't even lead to a match, I am looking forward to that whole Kevin Owens, to the whole KO show with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm looking forward to Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair mainly because of one thing and one thing only. And that is Bianca Belair kicking Becky's ass and regaining the championship that she lost in like 26 seconds at SummerSlam. So Bianca has to win that. And then the only other thing that I'm looking forward to is Seth Rollins versus the opponent that McMahon chooses, which will be Cody Rhodes. Like this is all leading to Cody, and at the end of the day, I'm very happy about it. I'm happy about it mainly because at the end of the day, if this gives me another opportunity to watch Monday Night Raw every single week, and this just gives me an urge to, continue watching the product, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it mainly just because of Cody Rhodes. So there is that to be thankful for heading into WrestleMania Night 1, because if Cody Rhodes is the one that Seth is facing, it's going to be better off for it, because at the end of the day, I'll be watching Raw, that Raw after WrestleMania, because of Cody Rhodes. We had a 2-on-1 handicap match as the Viking Raiders just pretty much got buried against Omos. Omos! And Omos won via countout because Ivar couldn't get back in the ring. Or Eric couldn't get back in the ring. Ivar was checking on Eric, but Eric just could not get himself up to get back in the ring. After the match, Ivar then gets on the apron, and Omos kicks him off the apron with a head kick. Kevin Patrick then gets in the ring and interviews Omos. He asked if there was an opponent that he could that could pose a threat to him at WrestleMania. Omos laughs and says no, he is undefeated and he has never been knocked off his feet. Suddenly, the almighty Bobby Lashley comes out to a big pop from the crowd and makes his way down to the ring to challenge Omos. Lashley stares down at Omos, and the fans chant his name. Omos then shoves Lashley into the corner, and Lashley runs into him as Omos does not budge. Omos then shouts at him to shove him again. Lashley runs the ropes and hits him, and Omos actually does go down. Lashley hits the ropes and ducks a clothesline, but he tackles Omos, and Omos gets knocked down. Omos then rolls out of the ring, and Lashley and him are shouting at each other as they point to the WrestleMania sign. Lashley versus Omos is going to be okay. I'm not going to say it's going to be a great match. I'm not going to say it's going to be a good match. I'm going to say that it's going to be okay. But here's the thing. With Lashley already knocking down Omos, why does this match need to happen? Why? I feel like the whole point of all of this was because, all right, who can knock down Omos? Who can get Omos off his feet? We already got Omos off his feet tonight by Bobby Lashley. So we honestly do not need a match between Omos and Bobby Lashley. But we're getting it anyways. Sorry, guys. This show got me tired tonight. But we do not need this match heading into WrestleMania or at WrestleMania because we already got Omos off his feet. The whole build of the match was to say, all right, who can be a threat to Omos? Who can get Omos off his feet? And that is Bobby Lashley, don't get me wrong, but you already got him off his feet, so we do not need the match. We don't. But we're getting it anyways, so we'll see what happens. I'm not even going to go over the 24/7 title garbage because who cares? Like, Dana is getting married to Reggie. Akira Tozawa asked Tamina to marry him. Whatever. Like it's complete garbage. But what's not complete garbage is that at the table, the tribal chief, the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, as he is making his way down to the ring, flanked by his special counsel, Paul Heyman, and the Usos, of course, as he has not been pinned or submitted since December of 2019. And on Sunday night, he will enter his sixth main event in WrestleMania history. Reigns tells the Pittsburgh crowd to acknowledge him. Roman then says that he is going to come out of here and talk about God mode and how he has been able to run Monday Night Raw until Fox begged him to save Friday Night SmackDown. Those are facts. He's done everything that he could do in this business. The fans want him. And Roman says that if they continue to want him, he is going to smash them like he would smash Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like he would smash Brock Lesnar this Sunday. Reigns says that the one thing that he's never done is beat the Beast at WrestleMania, and that's pissed him off. The fans chant Suplex City, and Reigns says that bothers him, knowing that he has never beat Lesnar at WrestleMania. And it bothers him about Lesnar is that a week ago, he was out for blood, and he's already spilled his blood. In 2018, at WrestleMania, Brock busted his head wide open. Lesnar smashed his face so much that the family didn't want him in the business anymore. His family was disappointed in him. Now, Brock is out here talking about carnivals and playgrounds. But that's fine because the tribal chief has changed the game. He's already took Brock's advocate. He spilled his blood. And this Sunday, he will make the final move as he takes his title. He's going to make it personal because it's always been personal between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. The bloodline poses as they leave the ring. Great promo by Roman Reigns as always. There is legitimately nothing else that you need to do between the whole Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar story. All you gotta do is just get them to WrestleMania Sunday, and you just gotta have them. You just gotta have them kick each other's asses for the titles. You gotta have them kick each other's asses, unify the titles, have one champion, and boom, you're set to go. You're set because Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. There's nothing else you need to do. There's nothing else. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar has had a fantastic storyline heading into WrestleMania, whether anybody wants to believe it or not. WrestleMania Sunday, that main event is going to be fantastic. And whether people want to believe it or not, whether people are skeptical about the main event being a good main event or not, it will be a good main event because of one thing and one thing only: the title unification. The title unification is what's going to make this match that much better. The title unification, and I give massive props to my guy Superbeard on this. The WrestleMania main event, naming it the biggest WrestleMania main event of all time, could have been a little bit of a stretch, but at the end of the day, it could be looked at as the biggest WrestleMania match of all time, mainly because of that title, of the title for title stipulation, and of the title unification. The title unification at WrestleMania is a big deal. It is a big deal because it could honestly change the landscape of WWE for the course of the next few years. It really could. And now, with all that being said, it could be one of the biggest WrestleMania matches of all time, mainly because of the stipulation of it being title for title and the unification match being a thing. So I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to the title unification between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be a great match. So you guys can totally be looking forward to Roman and Brock on WrestleMania Sunday. After this, we had the eight-woman tag between Sasha Banks, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan, taking on the team of Carmella, Queen Zelina Vega, Natalya, and Shayna Baszler. Decent match. Not the best, not the worst either. But of course, the right teams win, as Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Sasha Banks, and Naomi do pick up the win heading into WrestleMania. As Carmella pulls Baszler out of the ring as they have a brawl with each other. Vega then gets beat down in the corner as the baby faces, just continue to pound on her. And Rhea Ripley hits the riptide, excuse me, as they pick up the win heading into WrestleMania. Easy dubs right there for the babyface tag teams of Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Sasha Banks, and Naomi. We then get a replay of Kevin Owens being dressed as Stone Cold Steve Austin. They had a beautiful package for Stone Cold Steve Austin, with the song "Ba with the Ba" by who sings that? Oh, Kid Rock. It was an awesome video package for "Ba with the Ba," and it was just a great video package there. Kevin Owens is in the ring and he says that it's been an incredible, it's been incredible doing all this Stone Cold Steve Austin stuff heading into WrestleMania. It was an incredible tribute to Stone Cold Steve Austin made by the guys in the truck. But that's nothing compared to the tribute that he did last week. It was amazing. Some people say that he was mocking Stone Cold, but they're liars. That was him paying homage to Stone Cold. And he knows that everyone is very excited about Austin being at WrestleMania in the main event on Saturday. However, he was doing a favor to everybody because him dressing is the closest thing we'll get to good old Stone Cold Steve Austin. The man has been gone for 19 years, and he has been gone forever. It won't be Stone Cold on WrestleMania Saturday. He'll just be known as Steve. The man who's been drinking himself into oblivion. The man who has been bored out of his mind on his ranch and begs people to come on to his podcast to talk about the good old days. Yeah, he still looks and talks the same, like Stone Cold Steve Austin would, but he's not the same man. And he's not going to be coming to the KO show to fight Kevin Owens, but to have a chat about his career. Kevin Owens says that he's a good person, so he's happy to give him a platform that he thinks that he deserves. And he's even going to do something special for him. Owens hates beer. It's disgusting, but he's going to drink one with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I have to agree with actually on Kevin Owens on this one. Beer's fucking disgusting. I listen, I'm not that much of a drinker, but I've had a beer once or twice, and it's just honestly one of the most disgusting drinks I have ever put down my throat. It is not good. It is not good at all. And honestly, I agreed with Kevin Owens on that one because, beer is probably one of the most disgusting drinks I have ever put down my throat, and I never want to do it ever again. They can toast to Austin, officially passing the torch to Owens and the new master of the stunner, because Owens 316 says that his stunner is better than Stone Cold Steve Austin's. And once that's done and over with, Steve can, just be on his way. Steve can be on his way. But one warning. If he tries to get funny, he'll hit an old-time stunner on Stone Cold. He will pour a beer on Austin's lifeless body after he opens a can of whoop ass on him. And that's the bottom line, because KO said so. Like I said earlier, after this match, Ricochet lost to Austin Theory in about 3 minutes. He hit the ATL as he pins the Intercontinental Champion in quick fashion. Whatever. Ricochet as the Intercontinental Champion just does not mean a single thing because at the end of the day, they don't give a shit about the Intercontinental title. Point taken. We come back from commercial break as Bianca Belair comes to the ring for the first time in about 2 weeks. Bianca says that she found out just how low Becky Lynch could stoop because of what happened to her 2 weeks ago. Bianca's confidence threatened Becky, so she tried to enter her and ruin her reputation. But they don't call her the EST for no reason. She's still standing, and she's done nothing. If nothing happened, she's still standing, even if nothing happened. And this all started last year at SummerSlam when she lost to Becky in 27 seconds, and she's never felt the same. Belair says that she knows Becky is out of ideas. So, on Saturday, She's coming for her and her title, period. And there's nothing that she can do about it. Becky's music hits as the man comes from behind with a steel chair, but Belair is ready for her. Bianca then quickly backs Becky into a corner and she punches her down. Lynch then grabs the chair and hits Belair in the gut. Then to the back. Becky then grabs a pair of scissors and is about to get ready to cut the braid of Bianca Belair. But Belair scoops her up and hits her with a KOD. Belair then hits a second KOD. She grabs the scissors and she cuts Becky Lynch's hair. Belair then eventually leaves as Lynch just loses her fucking mind. The crowd starts to chant, "You deserve it." And that is it. You know what? Sorry. The crowd chants, "You deserve it." And you know what? You know what, guys? That is a complete fucking shoot. Becky deserved that. And I don't care what anybody fucking says. Becky deserves that. And man, oh man, was that sweet, sweet revenge for good old Bianca Belair after everything that she has been put through with Becky Lynch being as champion. This shit was fucking great. Now, does this lead to a hair versus hair match at WrestleMania? God, I hope not. God, I hope not. I just love that she got her hair cut tonight, and that was fucking fantastic. That was fantastic. Becky Lynch deserved every single inch of her hair being cut, and it was just fantastic. It was great. Sarah Schreiber then tries to talk to Becky Lynch backstage, but she just chucks the mic away, stares at the camera, and says, "Bianca, you bitch," and then walks off. We then had Drew McIntyre destroy Madcap, Moss, and Happy Corbin in a handicap match. McIntyre hit a headbutt on Moss and then hit a Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Easy pickings. As soon as the match is over, Corbin then attacks McIntyre from behind. Corbin then sends Drew into the ring post, hits an end of days, and then he just steals Angela the sword and leaves with it. Bruce Pritchard is on his thievery shit again, and it's whatever. Drew McIntyre deserves so much more than this, but he's just gonna win at WrestleMania, and just that's gonna be it. It doesn't even fucking matter at this point anymore. We then see a video package for Edge, as Edge is sitting in the dark room with Scales of Justice on the desk. Edge says that last week he had a choice to hit Seth Rollins or to hit AJ Styles. And AJ played out, but as he said, he has decided to take fate into his own hands. It had to be AJ, the one that he had to hit with the steel chair last week. Edge says that he needed Styles to become what he is, which is the benchmark of WWE. They can push each other. For 20 years, they have had a parallel with each other, winning titles left and right and selling out arenas, and now is time to come face to face for the first time ever. He saw the look on AJ's face last week, and he knows he's already in his head. This Sunday is AJ's Judgment Day, and his judgment is sealed. Come back from commercial break as AJ Styles is in a promo backstage and says that if Edge wanted to get inside his head, Well, mission accomplished. Edge wants the pitbull. He is going to get that at WrestleMania and much worse. All he's thought about lately is going to WrestleMania against Edge and finally getting his hands on Edge at WrestleMania, rather. And he knows that he's going to be delivering a beating like no other at WrestleMania. I've loved this Edge and AJ Styles feud. Seriously. Everything about this feud has been fantastic. But here's the thing. You guys can, leave your comments in the live chat or after the fact. But I'm kind of hesitant. Mainly because of one thing and one thing only. We've had this type of hype heading into a WrestleMania match with AJ Styles before, and it was honestly one of the worst WrestleMania matches for AJ Styles that I've ever seen. And that was his match against Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, sure, that match against Shinsuke Nakamura was great at WrestleMania, but it was very disappointing because of everything that kind of happened. That whole build between Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles was good too, and the match kind of flopped because we had no idea what the hell was going to happen. Edge and AJ is going to be a great match. That's not what I'm saying. But you can't blame me for being a little bit hesitant knowing that we've had this much hype for an AJ Styles match at WrestleMania before. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I think Edge and AJ Styles is going to have a great match at WrestleMania. It might just be a little bit of hesitation towards me because of what's happened to AJ Styles at WrestleMania before. But then again, that was all Shinsuke because they made him turn heel when he never should have. So we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a great match between AJ Styles and Edge, and I'm very looking forward to that match at WrestleMania, regardless of the outcome. Whether AJ wins or whether Edge wins, I'm going to be very happy regardless because I just love that this match is happening. I do. I love the match is happening, and I can't wait for the match to actually take place at WrestleMania. We then had the main event. RKBro versus the Usos. This match was fantastic, as always. Coming back from the second commercial break in this match, Jay hits a pop-up neckbreaker on Riddle as he taunts Randy Orton. Riddle then capitalizes on the time wasting, and he hits a drop kick in the corner. Orton and Jimmy then get the tags, and Orton lands clotheslines and a power slam on Jimmy. But Jimmy holds onto the ropes, and Jay blinds tags in. Orton then lands a power slam, and he wants to do a draping DDT, but Jay rolls him up for a 2 count. Randy then catches Jay with a snap power bomb, with a snap power slam, excuse me, and it just sends him to the ring apron. Jimmy then grabs Jay's foot, and Riddle hits a kick on the apron, then dives off the ropes and hits a floating bro on Jimmy. Orton then hits a DDT on Jay and wants an RKO, but Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins rush to attack Orton from behind. So the winners by disqualification were RK-Bro. My bad. Riddle there runs in to help his partner Randy. Then Boogs and Nakamura then come in for the save as well. Boogs hits a military press on Jimmy to Jimmy on the ropes, and then takes him out of the ring to fight him off. Dawkins then slams Orton, and Montez wants to hit the frog splash, but Riddle RKOs uh, shit, Riddle RKO's Angelo Dawkins. Then they avoid forced frog splash, and Riddle throws him into an RKO from Randy Orton. RKBro poses, and the Profits are rolling back into the ring. They're not done yet, but RKBro drags them back to provide some more RKOs for the fans. And that's it. That's how the show goes off the air. RKBro wins by disqualification, and they just stand tall heading into WrestleMania, and that's how the show goes off the air. Of course, WrestleMania week, as we all know, kicks off from shit. I'm just having a terrible podcast tonight, but of course, WrestleMania week kicks off with WrestleMania RAW. Tomorrow is obviously NXT, the NXT before Stand and Deliver. So we can possibly be talking about that NXT on Tuesday's Talk tomorrow, but we can also be talking about a full preview of what's to come at WrestleMania on Tuesday's Talk tomorrow. Obviously, Dynamite is happening on Wednesday. Thursday is our day off, and then obviously we have Friday for WrestleMania SmackDown and Rampage as well. WrestleMania Night 1 for Saturday, WrestleMania Night 2 for Sunday. It's gonna be a jam-packed week. It's gonna be a jam-packed week for WrestleMania for sure, and it's going to be a lot of podcasts for you guys for this week. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that, as always. And we're going to have a very, very good show heading into the next few weeks for these podcasts, because it's going to be a long week, but we're gonna get through this together, and we're gonna make WrestleMania week as enjoyable as possible for you guys. So thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. I had a terrible review this week. I did, with my stuttering and all that. I apologize for that. Normally, if people were here, I wouldn't be stuttering all that much. But I digress. WrestleMania week is here. WrestleMania week will come and go, whether if we know it's WrestleMania week or not. I'm tired of shit. I'm probably going to go to bed right now. And we are going to continue this WrestleMania week, guys. So thank you so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Let's get those 16 subscribers by WrestleMania Sunday, guys. I'd love to have those 16 subscribers locked and loaded for WrestleMania Sunday, as this could be the biggest week for Outside the Brand in its history. Hitting. Damn, I really need to get off. I've had a terrible review, but hitting 400 subscribers by WrestleMania Sunday is the biggest goal that we could possibly have for Outside the Brand. We love that you guys are here, but continue to pump out OTB to your friends, to your family, and continue to hit that subscribe button down below. And turn on the bell for all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. Hitting that bell and clicking that subscribe button is probably the best thing that you guys can possibly do for Outside the Brand, as well as hitting that thumbs up button. It's going to be fantastic, guys. And WrestleMania week is going to be a week that you guys won't want to forget for Outside the Brand. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. Like, comment, and subscribe for more as we continue on this WrestleMania week. As I said, we're going to have Tuesday's Talk tomorrow. We are going to have Wednesday's Dynamite. as always, for you guys to enjoy on Wednesday. Thursday is our day off, but we might actually do a WrestleMania preview on Thursday. Probably our preview and predictions will probably be Thursday. We're probably going to have podcasts for each day of the week. So we'll see what happens. And it's going to be a fantastic, fantastic show. It's going to be a fantastic week for Outside the Brand. I don't want you guys to miss any, because, like I keep saying to you guys, this week could be the biggest week in OTB history, and you guys are not going to want to miss any single. You guys are not going to want to miss every single podcast that we do for you guys this week. It's going to be great. We love it. Thank you so much, and we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and subscribe for more. Go get the merch at bonfire.com, exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. WrestleMania week is here, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Peace out. We the ones.